Yahoo everyone! This will be the last episode to Ace to Setter, but don't worry, there will be no angst. This series isn't long but definitely won't leave you feeling scammed. Before I go forward, I want to give the credits for these characters. The main characters and some side characters that take place in this series do not belong to me but were written and illustrated by Hiroshi Furuta. Personalities may not match up to the personalities in the anime. Heads up, this series contains a timeskip. Bakuto is in by Black Jackals and Akashi is a well-known writer and so on. Second heads up, Akashi's and Bakuto's high school years are the same as you see in the anime manga. Third heads up, other characters in haikyuu will have their appearances and roles in this series. Fourth heads up, this series contains profanity and subtle mentions of sexual activities and insinuations. The sexual topics will be brief but written in detail. Bullet. Akashi and Bakuto are cuddling up on the couch together watching it. Bakuto grabs and clenches onto Akashi's arm, scared of the scene where Pennywise exposes his teeth. This is better as a Halloween movie. That's what you're thinking about? I'm absolutely petrified. No, I care more about you being scared. Please clench onto me tighter. Is that sarcasm? Yes, of course it is. Same old Akashi Keiji. They both laugh. I got you to laugh. Win for me. Since when was it a competition? Since now. You win it, I suppose. After the movie ends, Bakuto puts on a kids show to lighten the mood. Please Akashi. Okay, but I'm not staying up to watch it. I don't want to have nightmares, please Akashi. Akashi turns over on the couch. Sleep in my bed instead. I'm good right here. Bakuto picks Akashi up and over his shoulder, placing a hand directly on Akashi's ass. He blushes. Bakuto. Bullet. 12:50 p.m. 0:50. Bullet. Akashi wakes up in the middle of the night in Bakuto's bed, once again, naked. He sighs. You've got to be kidding me. This is the second time now. He sighs, then looks over at Bakuto sleeping peacefully, his arms wrapped around Akashi's waist. It's cute how clingy he is. He leans down to kiss Bakuto's cheek, forehead and lips before getting out of the bed and putting his clothes back on. My car, it's still in the parking lot. I'll get it later. Akashi's about to walk out of Bakuto's bedroom. Akashi? He turns around slowly to see Bakuto sitting up. He can see his bright golden eyes practically glowing in the dark. Don't leave me, please. Shit. He curses under his breath. Go back to sleep. Don't leave Akashi, please. I don't want to be alone. You don't? Stay, please. Don't you have practice in the morning? That doesn't matter. Come back. Please. I love you. I love you too. Now come back. He's not gonna go back to sleep until I get back in bed. Akashi sighs. He walks over to the bed, getting pulled on and hugged by Bakuto. Stop trying to leave me. Bullet. Akashi's back in his apartment, back at his desk, back at his laptop, and back writing. Okay, now this one is done. He's finally finished the book he's started and now he can send it off until it's ready to be published. The romance book. He feels a lot more confident writing about romance after his incomplete, very romantic week. What should I name the characters though? Bakuto. Tobio. Second, Hina. Great. Amazing start. Now the stressful part. Theme, general storyline and so on. Why did I become a writer? Ring. Akashi answers his phone call. I'm outside. Okay. Akashi hangs up the phone and opens his front door. Hi best friend. What do you want? Let's go outside and chill. Let's talk. It's too early for your shenanigans. Just get dressed into something nice. I have a lot to tell you. You seem very excited. Akashi closes and locks the door after Kenma comes in. He follows Akashi into his room. Me and Kuro are finally getting married. It's next week. Finally. It's been like a year of engagement but we're still getting married. They hug each other and jump up and down. You're my best man, right? Obviously. Bakuto's gonna be Kuru's best man. Also, did you and Bakuto fuck last night? Why'd you ask that? Y'all did. Bakuto told Kuru. Yes, precisely. Y'all have done it twice already without a label. So that's gonna change today. What do you mean that's gonna change today? You're gonna have a man by the end of tonight. Oh, also Kuro's in the car, so hurry. Tell him to come in. A few moments later. Oh yeah? Hi, you look decent. Fuck you. Hey, Kuru pouts. Pumpkin, you're gonna let him talk to me like that? Yes, of course you are. Who am I kidding? So we have a few stops to make today. Wait. Kenma told me I was gonna be in a relationship by the end of the night. And you're telling me we're making stops around the fucking world? Well, yes, I'm so confused. Here, I packed your bag. Is my laptop? Yes. Notebook? Yes. Pen, pencils, lotion, chargers. I watch you pack your bag almost daily. Trust me, everything you need is in there. Thank you. And your hair looks fine. Let's go. Wait like a few more minutes. Akashi puts his stuff down and goes in the bathroom for about 20 minutes. Alright you two, let's go. Bullet. Kyuru's in the driver's seat, Kenma's in the passenger seat and Akashi is in the back seat. So where are we going first? Getting to Hiroshima. 4. Dropping him off at Daisho's. Since when we're y'all in cahoots with these two? We're in cahoots with Hiroshima, not Daisho. He can eat shit. Do Hiroshima and Daisho have something going on? Don't know. They seem like the best of friends. They're both arrogant shits anyway. So aggressive. I know, right? The hatred for Daisho. Bullet. Thanks guys. He yells out the passenger window before rolling it up. Get your fucking car fixed. It's getting fixed now. Hiroshima stands there frowning with his eyes wide open. Like the emoji. They pull off and off to their next stop. Where? Osamu and Suna's. We don't ever go to Atsumu and Sakusa's. Because of Sakusa. Use your head, dumbass. Oh right. Forgot about that. After a while they arrive and are knocking at their door. Osamu invites them inside. Akashi, here is your Nanohana no Kirashi. Akashi's face transforms into a big glistening smile. Atsumu actually told you to make it? Yeah, and I did because why not? Birthday food. Thank you. Osamu hands Akashi his food and when he turns around he sees Kenma, Suna and Atsumu on the couch whispering and snickering. What are they talking about? Sakusa comes out of a random room and waves at Akashi, ignoring everyone else. Hi Sakusa. Did you successfully meet with Bakuto yesterday? Yes, thank. Can I tell you more about what he says about you? Is it gonna offend me? No, it's gonna flatter and embarrass you. Akashi understands his humor in a way and lets out a small giggle. Yeah, I'll hear you out. Sakusa taps on about everything he remembers Bakuto say that involves Akashi. Their surroundings go quiet but the two don't even notice because they're so tuned in into the conversation. Meanwhile their friends are shocked by how many words are coming out of Sakusa. That isn't impolite and offensive. That's all I can remember right now. He talks too much about you. It's annoying. They're Yaromi. I thought I lost ya cause ya were speaking so kindly. Everyone laughs except Sakusa. I'm not mean all the time. Whatever helps ya sleep at night, buddy. You're mean out of your mind. Except to Atsumu and now Akashi it seems. Of course he isn't mean to me. Welcome to the club Akashi. We only have 2 members, me and you. Bullet. Bullet. They basically stayed at the Mia's house the entire day but now it's time for them to go to their last place of the day. My car. What? Akashi says this so calmly, it's confusing. You left your car here? How irresponsible of you, Akashi. Kenma smirks. I forgot to get it earlier. His car isn't broken into, thankfully. Wait, so why are we here? I think you know why, Akashi. We don't know where exactly you and Bakuto's spot is but we know the area. Go get your man, wingman of the year. You're not supposed to tell him, Pumpkin. He would have figured it out himself. He just asked because he didn't want to assume and be wrong. Kuru looks back at Akashi in the back seat. Is this true? Yes. Kuru immediately turns around and holds his head. Fuck, you're too smart. Get out of my car. I can't handle your brains. Bye, Akashi. Kenma doesn't comfort Kuru. Akashi looks at Kuru with a mix of worry and disbelief before getting out of the car and walking to their spot that is pretty far from where Kuru parked. Once Kuru realizes that Akashi is far gone, he stops acting. He was looking at me like I was crazy, right? Not exactly. He dealt with Bakuto in high school. What you did was nothing. Kenma laughs. Bullet. Bakuto, Bakuto? No response. Usually Akashi would get a response after 2 calls, but maybe he needs to go for a third. He keeps on further and sees blue illuminating light with a mix of red. Some areas looking purple. I wonder what's going on over there. Akashi peeks over and sees Bakuto facing the other way talking to himself. You got this, no problem. It's just Akashi, it's not okay. Bakuto quickly drops. He's still on his feet but crouched. This is so stressful, why must it be? Bakuto, relax. Am I going crazy, or was that? He says, turning around and sees Akashi. He quickly stands up and composed himself. Hey. Akashi can't help but let out a laugh. Why are you laughing? A few moments pass. You heard me talking to myself? Bakuto covers his face that is now turning red. That's so embarrassing. What's all this? Stand there first. Bakuto points to a spot that's in front of him. That'll give him way more access to physically touch Akashi without having any struggles. Okay, now will you answer my? Bakuto kisses Akashi to shut him up. Be quiet. I've never been silenced that way before. Bakuto gives a bouquet of ivories to Akashi. These remind me of you, he says before getting down on one knee and his face contorts. The grass is wet, Bakuto. No. Bakuto holds his left hand out for Akashi to place his own left hand upon. Akashi smiles, although he's in fact confused. He's aware of the obvious situation he's in. However, he's unsure of why Bakuto's decided to get into the one-knee kneeling position that makes this situation look more like a proposal. Would you rather me ask to date you or ask to marry you? Bakuto, that's stupid. Oh, it's not a rejection. Bakuto looks back up at Akashi with doe eyes and an eyebrow raised. The question you just asked me, it's stupid. Elaborate please. You typically date before marriage, Bakuto. Do we really need to date? I feel like we've been dating for years already. Since high school? Exactly. Although Bakuto is serious, Akashi giggles. There was no label on us during those years. I want to marry you already though. You just don't want to marry me. I do want to marry you, just not yet. You cut me off. I'm sorry, what were you gonna say? Doesn't matter, you already answered my question. He gently squeezes Akashi's hand and smiles. Will you be willing to be mine? Despite my moodiness, obnoxiousness, obliviousness, and very hyperactiveness, he pauses to breathe. Will you stay by my side? I'm willing to be yours, forever. Despite the side effects, I know that I'm able and will remain by your side. Bakuto opens a tiny box with a ring in it. It's another promise ring. Oh, another? Akashi's amused. I promise to be by your side and remain loyal, giving you unconditional love too. I'll be your Prince Charming, your brave knight and your future husband, he says, sliding the second promise ring onto Akashi's left hand ring finger, leaving Akashi with 2 rings on one finger. The first ring, the plain silver ring with ace to settering carved on the inside of it. The second ring, a silver ring wrapped around with small diamonds. Oh, Bakuto. Akashi doesn't know how to describe how he's feeling. He never thought he'd be asked out this way. In fact, he never knew someone could even be or ask out someone this way, but he's not too shocked because it's Bakuto. Bakuto's does things his way, the way he comprehends easiest. A reason why Akashi fell in love with him. I like it. I realized that you don't ever say love, he says, getting up off the ground, a wet spot visible on the knee area of his pants. His words sound as if he's upset, but he's actually very happy. I don't know. I love you. Bakuto blushes like crazy hearing his words. Akashi gets closer to Bakuto, gently grabbing Bakuto by the collar, his other hand still holding the bouquet of ivories. I love you too. Bullet. Bullet. Akashi drives his own car and Bakuto drives his. They go back to Akashi's place this time, and this will be the first time Bakuto ever sees Akashi's apartment. This will be my first time ever seeing your apartment. I know. Akashi unlocks his door and welcomes Bakuto inside. Bakuto is honestly shocked by how much gray and hurricane blue is in his apartment. I like these colors. Really? I thought you might. Hey, Akashi. He walks over to Bakuto, who's sitting in his living room looking at the picture on the coffee table. Akashi already knows what he's looking at and blushes. You actually framed pictures of us? Yes. Ah. His quickly gets up and hugs Akashi. His hand placements never seem to not be risky. A hand on Akashi's back, and on his other hand his fingers wrap on Akashi's hip and his palm rests on the side of Akashi's ass, but as always, Akashi hugs him back wholeheartedly. I love you so much. I love you too. Do you wanna see other pictures I have of you and me? Yeah. Bullet. 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 3 weeks and 3 days have long passed since Bakuto and Akashi started dating. However, they hadn't told anyone else. The only other people that known about them were Kenma and Kuru, obviously, since they were apart out the setup. Kenma and Kuru are now newlyweds, as they had gotten married 3 weeks and 4 days prior. There was supposed to be a game between the Adlers and MSBY a few days prior, but due to the severe weather it was cancelled. Since it's New Year's Eve, the 31st of December, Kuru decided to throw a New Year's party and gathered some friends over. Oh yeah, look who arrived first. Together, the one and only, Akashi and Bakuto. Bakuto walks on inside like he owns the place, and Akashi actually takes the time to greet Kuru. Hello Kuru, hope you and Kenma are still having the times of y'all lives after the honeymoon. We definitely are. He winks. Come on in, I know it's cold as fuck. Akashi walks in and already Bakuto is trying pop bottles. Bro, not now. Wait for other guests to arrive. I had a feeling you'd say that. That's why I brought my own. He swiftly pulls out a bottle from inside his jacket and pops it open. Where did you even get that from? Bullet. They're now sitting in the living room, still waiting for other party guests to arrive. So, are you all planning on telling the others? I don't really care. Hell yeah. Oh, and I brought this mistletoe. Again, where did you even get that from, Bo? It's still December, and don't people kiss during New Year's? Some. Well, this brings me an idea. Me and Akashi can pretend to accidentally walk under the mistletoe at the same time and kiss. That's actually a good idea. Bakuto gets up to put the mistletoe in a doorway that plenty of people will walk through before coming back to sit with them in the living room. So who else is coming? Like the same people from the party. But Yaku and Lev are coming, and Sakusa might come. I invited his cousin too. He has a cousin? No shit, he has a cousin. Bakuto. Everyone has a cousin, dumbass. Hey, I don't appreciate that, Kenny. Don't ever call me that again, or I'm gonna tie you to a. Kuru covers his mouth. We've talked about this, pumpkin. Stop doing that. Kenma slumps over. So, Daisho is coming over? No. Hiroshima? No. Why not? Because he's spending time with Daisho and their families for New Year's. Oh, they're pretty obvious, but no one probably would have ever guessed it. Not my place to say anything. Akashi probably figured it out already. Is all of Karasuno coming? You still call them Karasuno. That's just how I group them together. I do the same thing, honestly. Great mind think alike. Am I right? He raises his hand for a high five. No. Aw shit. He thinks he's superior. He is though. Bro, what? Akashi probably didn't high five you cause you're not a great mind that thinks alike to him. Now Bakuto thinks he's superior. What a turn of events. Kenma laughs hysterically. Knock 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 knock. 3 times is enough. Goodness. Kuru gets up to answer the door, and it's Komori, Akaji, Aaron, and Kita. Don't mind Akaji, he's just a tag along. I forgot about you, pal. You're welcome though. They all come in, and Akashi's face lights up once he sees his second favorite white and black-haired person. Akashi, Kita. There's a moment before they rush towards each other in a warm embrace. I missed you so much. Akaji broke my phone. Let me give you my new number. Do you have to tell everyone I broke your phone? You break everything. Didn't you break Suna Switch? Yes. You really are as destructive as they say. Knock. Everyone goes silent. Knock bang knock knock bang bang. Komori, who is closest to the door, opens it after recognizing that rhythm. What's up, Goofy? Who the hell knocked once? I did. The mysterious Inspector Gadget walks in slowly and very carefully. The place is clean. Stop worrying so much. Easy for you to say. You live in filth. Kuru gasps in shock. How dare you? That's why your fucking hair stiff. Not my fault someone put too much gel in my hair. I told ya to shake it. Haven't found time to. Bullet. Everyone has arrived to the party. Yaku, Lev, Elisa wants to talk to you. He hands Yaku the phone and Yaku steps outside to talk to Elisa. Bakuto pulls Akashi into an empty room. Should we do it now? Do what now, baby? Ah, don't call me that. Bakuto gets flustered, his cheeks blushing hard. What do you mean don't call you that? You told me to call you that and I'd prefer to call you that. Fine, whatever. But should we go under the mistletoe now? If you want to. You're being so nonchalant. Aren't you worried? No, I think everyone knows about us. Well, not. They do? No, I meant I think they think we aren't dating but have crushes on each other. They're not necessarily aware of us dating. Bakuto exhales. Almost had heart attack. Yeah right, come on let's go walk under the mistletoe. They leave the room and go nearby the mistletoe. They go under it together, not paying it any attention as they want others to figure out that they've gone under it. Wait a minute, didn't they just walk under the mistletoe? Lev interrupts his conversation with Yamaguchi. Yes they did. Surprised you even noticed. Tsukishima says, taking sips from the cup in his hand. Tsuki, whatever Tadashi. Hey you two. Yeah, two owls. Get back under that mistletoe. Y'all thought we wouldn't catch that? Hinata grabs the two and brings them back under the mistletoe with bringing himself into the mix. Kiss. Everyone starts chanting for them to kiss. The two begin smiling and blushing while looking at each other. Are you ready? I don't know. They whisper to each other. They just stand there, silently. Ah fuck it. Akashi holds Bakuto by the collar and kisses him. It may look right to bystanders but in fact it wasn't at all. No even anything close to it. Just in time, Yaku walks back into such a sight. What in the actual fuck? Finally, now ask him out. They cheer. Some drunk, some sober, and some tipsy. We've already been dating. What? Since when? These are the questions they're bombarded with. Since around the beginning of this month? Before or after your birthday? Bakuto's frozen, irresponsive. He shouldn't be drive. The whole thing was his idea but here he is. All like a birthday present. If only they knew about the birthday sex. Bullet. Bullet. The end. Yahoo! This happens to be the final episode of Ace to Setter. I enjoyed writing this series a lot, although it feels short to me. I hope you guys enjoyed it too. Stay tuned for the next series.